Hey guys, I'm Alex Gum. Welcome to another Pokemon Go video. It is Kyurem Fusion Raid Day, but it's the day before because I'm getting early invites. I'm going to do probably 15 because one, I did a few Delmise raids off camera remotely, so I'm assuming I'm going to do at least 15. I did a Black Kyurem raid. We're going to see if the Kyurem is a shiny. And that's how we start the video. We got ours 1-1. That's crazy, dog. Now the question is, throughout the entire event, are we going to have really good shiny odds and are we going to have good performance quality? My concern, if this thing could hold still, my concern is that the raid day sounds really good. We're getting fusion energy, we're going to get Zekrom, Reshiram, and both forms of Kyurem, but is the whole experience going to be good? And that's what we're going to find out today. 1 shake, 2 shake, 3 shake. I finally hit the stupid shiny dragon. And I don't remember what the hundo is, but we could check it together. It's supposed to be way better than that. So let's look at this real quick. After we defeated this raid, we get 100 energy. So it seems like we get at least 100 energy. It could be less depending how long it takes to take down a raid. But that's actually not that bad. I thought it was going to be like 50 per raid. So I'm impressed with that. Okay, we get a back-to-back shiny Kyurem. I'm not mad that the CP is worse because it was back-to-back. That's crazy, dude. Okay, so now we just have to find some white Kyurem raids from invites and then we'll be able to get some Blaze Fusion energy. 1 shake, 2 shake, 3 shake. I'm not going to check the IV because obviously it's worse. I just found out that the CP for a hundo is 2553. And I think that was weather boosted. Yeah, see, like I need to get some more Blaze energy. So if we get some white Kyurem energy, that would be awesome. And would you guys see this? We finally get white Kyurem and that was literally seconds after I complained. Ask and you shall receive. And this is almost a full lobby. It was at 20 and now we're at 19. But I want to see how fast we could take this down before we check for, oh my gosh, if we get like a third in a row, that'd be a first for me. That'd be awesome. I want to say it's going to take about at least 30 to 35 seconds with a full group of people. Also, I'm using my Excalibur Hundo Shundo Zacian. I like to call it Excalibur, by the way. Berries and Stardust and 110. Wow, okay, so that was obviously better. That took us less than 40 seconds and we got 110. Dude, third shiny in a row, please. 25, 27, okay, CP's obviously a lot better, but at a cost, no shiny. Oh, speaking of which, you guys noticed that I just got a Premier Ball, like an actual plush Premier Ball. We'll use this. 1 shake. This is garbage. I got it at a Walmart. 1 shake, 2 shake, 3 shake. Thank goodness. Just a friendly reminder, if you're vlogging with an Osmo Pocket 3 while you're shiny checking, I think you should use a microphone. But that was mostly applied for me. And we're switching things up and we just did a Zekrom raid. Can we get the shiny black boy? You were supposed to shine. And we're back with another white Kyurem raid. Sorry, that took about an hour, like after that last take. I had issues with the internet, but we're back, baby. With a shiny, of course. Never mind. Another white Kyurem raid is down. Let's see if we get our third shiny Kyurem. 2516, no. I sincerely lost track of what we're rating for and how many we did, but give me a shiny. Should I keep going or should I go to bed? Okay, so this is actually raid number 8, and it was a white Kyurem. We got Blaze Fusion. Anyway, let's see if this Kyurem is shiny. 1996. And we just did another Kyurem raid. I forgot which one it was, but this is check number 9 for the evening. Okay.
2532, that's not bad.
It is the day after, and we are at Minden Park. We did get a couple shiny Kyurem off camera from remotes, so now we're out here raiding with the group in person, and we just did a Kyurem. We're gonna check if this one is shiny. Okay, and the hundo is 2042. I noticed that a couple of Kyurem were difficult to catch, and I think it just depends on whether they learn Glaciate or not, because when it was in raids last month, it didn't learn Glaciate. And I think that was mainly the reason why they were easier to catch. And then on top of that, 1 shake, 2 shake, 3 shake. Wow, we just caught that. Okay, so let's see if it has Glaciate. Oh, so it has Dragon Claw. So that kind of proves what I just said, that if it has Glaciate, it would be harder to catch, but if it doesn't, you could just easily catch it. So at least it's a terrible stat. I mean, let me show you real quick. Yikes, not even close. But yeah, if it's difficult to catch, it might have Glaciate, which is something not required for the fusion, but is required if you wanted to learn Ice Berm or Free Shock, depending on which legendary you want to pair it with. We're gonna find some more raids to do, and we might do some Reshiram and Zekrom raids too. I honestly think it's like a waste of space and filler for Zekrom and Reshiram after doing these raids, but that's just me. Stat-wise, 2031 is probably our best shiny Kyurem yet. So we're gonna just give it a silver pineapple because it is guaranteed to get a shiny encounter on the, well, that depends if he wants to use his neck as a baseball bat and smack the Pokeball like it's a baseball. 1 shake, 2 shake, 3 shake. Easy money. I'm curious, what is the IV? Because I know the hundo is 2042, so it's not a hundo. Let's see what we get. 96 shiny Kyurem. No way. That is so cool. Does it have Glaciate? It has Glaciate. Let's go, baby. So let me know in the comments below. Should I fuse it with Zekrom or should I fuse it with Reshiram? That is wild. 230. I think you might either have a 96 or a 98.
I think so.
Oh my God. All right, so after we check our last Kyurem check, we're gonna go over, because you saw in that montage, man, we were getting shiny Kyurem like it was nothing. Like, dude, the shinies are just crazy. Anyway, let's go ahead and check if we get another shiny. We do not. 1978, not the best way to end, but you know, if we don't catch it, it's whatever. We caught some better stuff today. Now, it is almost 5 o'clock and we're just wrapping it up because everybody's done. Some are out of raid passes and some are content with the shinies and the stats they got. But we did a total of 42 raids from yesterday remotes and all day today on and off camera. And guys, we just did back-to-back shinies. You probably saw the montage. And then, can I show you something that is super crazy? You remember in the montage, we got shiny Zekrom? We then get shiny Kyurem, that was the 96. And then we get another shiny. And then another shiny. We got 4 shinies back to back to back to back. This has never, ever happened to me for a community day. For this to happen for a raid day is absurd. And then we just get like no shiny, no shiny, no shiny. And then we get back-to-back for, like, the Kyurems again. That is insane, brother. This never happens. Now, in total, if I were to hit on the shiny symbol, we did get a total of 10 shinies out of 42 throughout the entire event. We got 9 Kyurem, one of which is a 96% IV. That is our best stat for a shiny Kyurem. And then we also got a shiny Zekrom, and it does have Fusion Bolt. I'm very curious, how many did we get with Glaciate shiny-wise? Okay, that's 1, 2, okay, Draco Meteor, 3, we also got 4, 5, 6, okay, that's Blizzard. Okay, so 6 out of 9 shinies have Glaciate, which I'm very surprised. The 96 with the Glaciate, chef's kisses. Now the question is, how was the first raid day of 2026 in Pokemon Go? Did I think it was better than any raid day we had last year? My concern was that I thought it was going to be just as terrible as the Origin raid day and for the Mega Rayquaza raid day in terms of technical stuff, lack of shiny luck. In terms of technical issues, we didn't have anything. And then when it comes to shiny luck, we got like 4 shinies in a row at one point. And then we got like 2 back-to-back afterwards. I think the shiny luck is out of the question. That was really insane. And I didn't really do much remotely yesterday, and I definitely hit today a lot. So we did pretty good. The only issue that I had was the distribution of the exclusive move. I understand that it's guaranteed for Zekrom and Reshiram to have Fusion Flare and Fusion Bolt, but then when it comes to Kyurem with Glaciate, we talked about it a little bit earlier, it's the fact that it has the move that when you fuse it with Reshiram and Zekrom, they become adventure effects. So unless you have an Elite Charge TM on hand, like, you know, it kind of sucks that you don't get it with Glaciate. Somebody was concerned that if they didn't get a shiny, they wanted to at least get Glaciate. And somebody in the group got a 98% IV Kyurem with Glaciate. And I think that's very important, even if it's not a shiny, right? Because if you fuse it with either Zekrom or Reshiram, you not only have an adventure effect, you have one of the strongest dragon ice types out there, regardless of which form you use. I think having Glaciate is important. I think the fact that it wasn't guaranteed was kind of a slap in the face. But the percentage of the amount of Kyurem raids we did, and most of them being featured with Glaciate, was actually a surprise. So honestly, man, I gotta say, this was a success of a raid day. Everyone was happy with just gaining fusion energy. Everyone is happy that they have strong dragon types now. Some trainers needed Reshiram and Zekrom for candy. You also had trainers that wanted shinies and they got shinies, right? So I have to say personally, for me, this was a success. I understand that if Kyurem was not shiny, was difficult to catch, I think the percentage of it has to do with whether it has Glaciate or not. That could be true, it could be not. That's my perspective of playing the event. I have no complaints. Okay, if I get 4 in a row, I can't complain, right? 4 shinies in a row, that is unprecedented for a raid day. Anyway, let us know in the comments below, how did you do during the Kyurem research? What is it called? Kyurem Fusion Raid Day. Let us know in the comments below. How did you guys do? And we will see you guys next time for another Pokemon Go video. Peace out.